Good afternoon, welcome to the news at 2 on OGTV. Doyinsola Ogunbadewa is my name. You can watch us live on Facebook at OGTV and Ogun State Television, YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on OGTV website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at OGTV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. Ogun State Governor Prince Dakpo Abiodun has pleaded with the operatives of the Nigeria Customs Service to be civil with market men and women regarding complaints of evasion of shops and warehouses and markets across the states. The governor made the appeal while receiving the Controller General of Customs, Mr. Adewale Adeniyi, in his office. Abiodun stressed that there are bound to be some unscrupulous individuals who could be found wanting over the issue of smuggling, insisted that the majority of the people in the state are law-abiding.
The market men and women of Ogun State have asked me to again plead with your controllers here. In the recent past, the experience that we had has improved from what it has been in the far past. I want to admonish that your men carry out their responsibilities, but they should do so in a more civil manner, particularly knowing that besides the fact that, of course, we're neighbors with Benin Republic, and we have the longest border with Benin Republic. I'm not unaware that we have a lot of unscrupulous elements that want to take advantage of that border. However, by and large, our people are generally very law-abiding, and they just want to go about the enterprises, in terms of buying and selling. And when at times your men go into markets, break stalls, seize their rice, seize their goods, and at times because of that, it gets violent and shots are fired and stray bullets, hit innocent people. At times it gets very, very sour.
In his response, the customs boss, Adewale Adeniyi, frowned at the invasion of markets, expressing his disappointment over the issue as a promise to look into the matter for redress.
Smuggled items, they are still smuggled items anywhere they are. If we're able to get them into the market, it does not change their status. They still remain smuggled items. But just like the governor, His Excellency, has admonished, there could be a more civil way in which we will control those things in such a way that it do not create this kind of problems and create unnecessary problem for the state government. Sometimes some of these market women may not even be able to draw a line and know whose agents are these people working for. Are they working for Mr. Governor? Are they working for Mr. President and all of that? They just see us as agents of the state. And because of that, we need to be very careful when we are dealing with such sensitive issues.
He assured the people of the state to remain calm, adding that all necessary steps would be taken to address the issue. The Ogun State government has congratulated the new Director General of the State Security Service, DSS, Mr. Adeola Oluwatosin Ajayi, on his appointment by President Bola Tinubu, describing him as a round peg in the round hole. The congratulatory message, which was signed by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Media and Strategy, Honorable Kayode Akimade, stated that the appointment of Ajayi, who has risen through the ranks to reach the highest points in the service, would immensely strengthen the security architecture of Nigeria. It commended President Tinubu for his inherent capacity for talent hunting, saying the new Director General of the Secret Service has paid his dues in intelligence gathering and national security with its rare capacity for operational efficiency and leadership. Members of the State Caucus in the National Assembly have applauded Governor Dapo Abiodun's developmental drive, especially in the launching the state into a global aviation hub. Speaking after inspecting the ongoing Nigeria Customs Training School located at the Gateway International Airport, Elisha Ikperu Road in Ikena local government area, the senator representing Ogun Central Senatorial District, Senator Shoaibu Afolabi Salis, commended the governor for influencing the siting of the Customs Training School in the state. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu reports.
Members of the Ogun State Caucus in the National Assembly deemed it fit to visit the Nigerian Customs Training School located at the Gateway International Airport, Elisha Ikperu in the Ikena local government area. According to them, the institute is an indication that the state is on the right track with the multiplying effect the project would bring in the future. Senator Shoaibu Afolabi Salis lauds President Bola Tinubu for approving the establishment of the world-class customs institution in the state, emphasizing that, apart from complementing the developmental drive of the Abiodun-led administration, it would showcase the state at the global level.
Here, as members of National Assembly and stakeholders, to see how, as a representative of Ogun State in the National Assembly, what we can do to support this project. Support in the sense that we belong to different committees. We are members of National Assembly. This is a federal government project that's situated in our state. We want to be able to support it, that through appropriation, through suggestions, and then to ensure that this project is completed, if not ahead of schedule, they are right on schedule.
Also speaking, the member representing Ikene and Shagamu Federal Constituency, Honorable Adewumi Ononuga, appreciates the governor for seeing beyond the present, noting that the project, when completed, would be the largest in sub-Saharan Africa.
I'm happy that we have a governor who basically can see tomorrow, you know, and having this with the customs, and because once we inaugurate or commission the airport, I know that this is going to be like finished in the next 3 months, because they also want to be a part of the airport. So having this going together with the airport, there is no way the people in my locality would not benefit immensely from this.
In his remarks, the member representing Yewa North Imekwa for Federal Constituency, Honorable Boyega Noso Isiaka, acknowledges the contribution of the governor in bringing the project to the state, even as he expresses optimism that the impact would be felt not only in the immediate environment, but throughout the entire state and the country at large.
This is very exciting. Number one, we are happy that this is happening in Ogun State. We are thankful to God, we are thankful to the president, we are thankful to the governor who has this dream, and that dream now is coming to reality. The impact actually surpasses even this immediate environment. The whole state is going to feel it, and that is something that we are very happy. We are very happy about.
Other members in the team were Honorables Joseph Adebeson, Ibrahim Isiaka, Tunji Akiosi, and Femi Ogubawo. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
The federal government and the states have raised 100 billion naira for the procurement of prepaid electricity meters. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabo said this under the Presidential Meter Initiative program. Adelabo disclosed this while addressing broadcasters in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, which was monitored by our correspondent. According to him, President Bola Tinubu's administration has been making efforts to close the meter gap in Nigeria, adopting various initiatives. The bill seeking to improve electricity generation, transmission, and distribution within Ogun State, establish an electricity market and key power sector bodies, enforce consumer rights and obligation, and for connected purposes, has killed the second reading on the floor of the State House of Assembly. The bill, titled Ogun State Power Sector Law, passed through second reading as the state lawmakers took turns to debate the desirability of the bill at a plenary presided over by Speaker Oludaisi Elemide at the Assembly Complex, Okemoso, Abeokuta. Correspondent Kolawole Osho covered the plenary. Details of his report are presented in this package.
Process of the second reading of the bill titled Ogun State Power Sector Law commenced with a motion moved by Honorable Babatunde Tella, seconded by Honorable Damilare Bello, and supported by the whole House through a unanimous voice vote. Opening debate on the second reading of the bill, Honorable Tella said that when passed by the Assembly and assented to by Governor Dapo Abiodun, the bill would assist in improving electricity generation, transmission and distribution for the benefit of the people, pointing out that the rural areas will become integrated and thus enjoy all deserving amenities. Corroborating the sponsor, other lawmakers including the Majority Leader, Honorable Yusuf Sharif, Minority Leader, Honorable Lukman Adele, as well as Honorables Adebisi Oyedele and Yusuf Amoso, thanked the federal and state governments as well as the National Assembly for moving the issue of electricity from the exclusive list to the concurrent legislative list, which now allows the states to generate, transmit and distribute electricity within their jurisdiction. They noted that the initiative would assist in promoting healthy competitions amongst electricity operators, create enabling environment for industries, and boost the business investments of small and medium enterprises in the state. The lawmakers noted that if the state was able to generate power, over 50% of the challenges facing the people would have been resolved, stating that access to power would also help reduce rural-urban migration in the state. In his remarks, the Speaker, Right Honorable Elemide, stated that the bill, when operational, would enhance electricity market and key power sector bodies, as well as enforcing the consumer rights and obligations while breaking the monopoly of the electricity providers.
Ogun State will have a say. Our destiny in the area of electricity would have been put in our hands after the passage of the bill into law. This will also enhance synergy among stakeholders. That's a very great merit of the bill.
The Speaker later announced the Stakeholders Forum on the State Power Sector Bill for Thursday, 5th September 2024, commencing from 10 in the morning. Meanwhile, the Assembly has invited the chairman and members of the Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission, UCSEC, to appear before the state lawmakers on the 3rd of September 2024 for proper explanation on its activities and preparation for the coming local government elections in relation to the payment of fees by political parties. The Speaker issued the invitation in response to the presentation of the Minority Leader, Honorable Lukman Adele, who raised the issue of payment of fees by political parties as rolled out by the State Independent Electoral Commission, preparatory to the conduct of upcoming local government elections.
So 2,094 candidates across Ogun State have sought for the Ogun State College of Nursing entrance examination, a pivotal step for the health sector. Special Assistant to Ogun State Governor on Health, Dr. Tayo Lawal, revealed that the innovative initiative by the Ogun State government aims to train the candidates. Tony Ogundipe was with the team that monitored the conduct of the examination, which was held at the Federal Medical Center, Idiaba, Abeokuta, and her report was presented in this package. Her report.
With the aim of bolstering healthcare services delivered in Ogun State, the Ogun State College of Nursing entrance examination commences admission screening exercises for over 2,000 candidates. The screening is scheduled for 3 days between 27th to 29th of August 2024. The Commissioner for Health, represented by Special Advisor on Health to the State Governor, Dr. Tayo Lawal, while supervising the examination held on the premises of the College School of Nursing and Midwifery, Idiaba, Abeokuta, says the state government had in the past few years ensured that the admission process was merit-based.
This is our first attempt at organizing this kind of thing since we got our conversion to go collegiate. Of course, all the students have gone through JAMB for the first screening process. So that means that it's only those that scored above 180 that the JAMB will now send to us to screen. Comparatively with what we've been doing before, the number is lesser, and the process is more conducive. It's well organized.
Similarly, Acting Director of Nursing Aminu Omobolanle noted that the only candidate who succeeded in the computer-based examination and oral interview would be admitted.
Recently, there is a reform that was made by the regulatory body, Nursing Education Reform, which stipulated that all schools of nursing must either go collegiate or get themselves affiliated or absorbed into a university system. So in Ogun State, we have chosen to go collegiate.
Some of the students said the college is becoming more attractive.
The school is okay, the exam is okay too, and the time frame for the exam, everything is okay.
This is good, it's not stressful. I wish myself the best.
However, the basic nursing program is now 4 years, which will allow candidates to go for 1 year National Youth Service program.
Ogun State Minister of Education, Science and Technology has released the cut-off points for learners that sat for the screening exercise into the 42 flagship secondary schools for the 2024-2025 academic session, insisting on the high-quality standard of education in schools throughout the state. Commissioner in the ministry, Professor Abeokuta, while addressing the principals of the flagship schools in Abeokuta, explained that the cutoff, which varies from one school to the other, was done based on the learner's performance and carrying capacity of each school. Professor Aribabo noted that learners' performance for the examination was very impressive, with 14,363 out of 19,691 applicants scoring above 50, representing 76.2% of the total score, revealing that an applicant in Abeokuta Grammar School have the highest score of 91.
We have been able to fix the cut-off points based on the performance that we have. The highest score up to 91 and the lowest score 11. However, we went in and we saw the performance on the school-by-school basis, and we've been able to accommodate as many as possible based on the performance of the students. So this is an exercise we do every year, and we thank God that we are able to do this one successfully too. We want principals to adhere strictly to all what we have agreed upon. The entire thing is technology driven, and to make sure you only attend to people.
The Commissioner, meeting with the State Executive of National Examination Council, NECO, led by the State Coordinator, Mrs. Bukola Alo in Okemoso Abeokuta, lauded the examination body for their consistency, saying since the introduction of the examination, it has become a notable option as far as senior school certificate examination is concerned. Ogun State government will continually prioritize the safety and health of residents as well as regularly curb the spread of any form of disease. Managing Director of the Ogun State Waste Management Authority, Honorable Abayomi Nye, gave this assurance during an inspection exercise to hospitals in Abeokuta metropolis to ensure medical practitioners comply with necessary guidelines and safety measures in handling biomedical and domestic wastes. Margaret Okunlola was with the inspection team. Her report.
In a bid to ensure proper waste management, This time, medical waste disposal. A team from the Ogun State Waste Management Authority, Ogwama, led by the Managing Director of the authority, Honorable Abeokuta, went round hospitals in Abeokuta metropolis to inspect their waste disposal practices. Honorable Abeokuta says Ogun State government will do all within its capacity to ensure the safety of lives of its residents and curb the spread of infections and diseases.
We should do the needful, not for me, not for anybody, but for the good citizens of Ogun State. They say health is wealth, and we should do it well, and we should handle it well. So number one, they will have to tell us how their waste are being managed. Number two, they give us a proof of what they have been doing to their waste in the past, especially the medical waste. If those materials are not well handled, it transfers to another person, and then it goes on like that. So that's the same what we want to do. And we want to ensure that Ogun State is a better place for everybody to live.
He emphasizes that it will no longer be business as usual. Therefore, all hands will be on deck to ensure compliance.
There's a law in Ogun State that your medical waste should not be handled by you. You just have to surrender it to the government, and we do the needful there to ensure that it's well managed. There is no hospital you get to that will not explain to you that you have managed it well and doing it well. Everybody will make an excuse, but now we want to do the needful. You must submit your medical waste to us so that it will be properly managed. There is a procedure for it. There is a standard practice for it, and that we must follow now.
An on-the-spot assessment shows some hospitals complied with the ethics of waste disposal, as there are separate designated waste points for biomedical and domestic waste, while some hospitals did not comply.
There are some sharps, needles, syringes that has to be kept separately. There is also the blood. You know, blood is a good medium for infection, and also shouldn't allow it to be in contact with any other person. So everything that's stained with blood is also called medical waste. We have to abide to this inspection, and we have to abide to the rules and regulations, and because for us to be able to protect, you know, the citizen in Ogun, and for them not to contract any form of disease.
A total number of 6 hospitals were visited and inspected. As Honorable Abeokuta emphasizes, more plans are underway to take on other medical centers, including the private hospitals and government hospitals across the state. Margaret Okunlola, OGTV News.
At least 9 Palestinians have been killed in the occupied West Bank in what Israel says is a counter-terrorism operation. Earlier, Palestinian officials said at least 11 people had been killed since the Israeli operation began at midnight local time. These appears to be a major Israeli operation, with at least 4 Palestinian cities being targeted at the same time: Jenin, Torkham, Nablus and Turbas. It is believed to be the first time since the second Intifada, a major Palestinian uprising from 2000 to 2005, that several Palestinian cities have been targeted simultaneously. Captain William Ekang, wing bank Olaoluwa Aino and forwards Victor Osime and Taiwa Wuniyi are back in the Super Eagles nest for next month's 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying matches against the Benin Republic and Rwanda. This year's African's man of the competition, Ekang, was discountenanced for the match days 3 and 4 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying race in June, as he was recovering from injury, while Aino, Awuniyi and reigning Africa Player of the Year, Victor Osime, were out injured altogether. There are 3 goalkeepers, including African 2023 star Stanley Nwabali, 7 defenders, 6 midfielders and 7 forwards. Bendel Insurance Evans Armours also returns, just as South